Hello, good afternoon, guys. I just want to share to you my knowledge about Philippine politics and governance. So, my topic this afternoon is to discuss what is politics and some views about politics. Since the first topic, because this is the first topic of about the introduction to Philippine politics and governance. So, of course, first, we're going to know first what is politics. Politics is very exciting. Why? Because people have different viewpoints on this. So, according to Haywood, people may disagree about the different views of the people. So, how people should live, who should get what, how should power and other resources be distributed, should society be based on cooperation or conflict? Or he further stressed that humans also disagree about such matters should be resolved. So how should collective decision be made? Who should have say and how much influence should each person have? So in defining the word politics, politics is defined or derived from the Greek word polis, which means city-state, a small, independent, self-contained political society. And other also, politics, is considered as the heart of political science. Why? Because it is the activity of the people where to create, preserve, and amend laws under which they live. That's how politics is very exciting. And as I told you a while ago, that politics has been viewed in different ways. So that's why politics has been viewed as the art of government. How? How they viewed politics as the art of government. So politics is viewed as the art of governance because politics happen even in the cabinet official meetings, in the legislative chambers and government departments. So politics is what defines the activities of the government and of the state. So all government officials and all those working in the government are participating in politics. So politics is engaged in by limited or even a specific group, notably, yun ang binanggit ko kanina, our politicians, civil servants, and lobbyists. And another also views about politics. Politics also viewed as public affairs. Politics is played by everybody, politicians or not. So in politics, according to Aristotle, man by nature is a political animal. This means that it is only within a political community that human beings can live the good life. Do you believe in that? That's why politics become necessary to create a just society. So that's how politics viewed as a public affairs, And you need to understand also that you must to remember the distinction between the political and the non-political. So it coincides with the division between what is public and what is private. If it happens in a public sphere, it means it is political. So as I said, those activities or affairs that is happen in the public, it means it is political. But, if the affairs also happen in private, then it means it is non-political. So I want to clarify to you the distinction between the public and private conforms to the division between the state and the civil society. So it conforms to the division between the state and the civil society. So the institutions of the state, for example, the government offices, the department and agencies, so they are regarded as public because they are responsible for the collective organization of life. So, moreover, they are funded at the public expense through taxation, right? So, in contrast, civil society also consists of institutions such as private businesses, trade unions, clubs, community groups, and so on and so forth. So, those are considered private, not public. That's why, in a sense, that they are set up or funded, or it can be funded by only individual citizens to satisfy their own interests rather than those of the larger society. So that's why it is considered non-political. So nakuha natin ang pagkakaiba, no? So that's how they view politics as public affairs. So that's my understanding on the view as politics as public affairs. Another, politics also is viewed as compromise and consensus. You know, this third view about politics focus on the way how decisions are made, right? Because politics is meant to resolve conflict. In politics, compromise, conciliation, and negotiation become necessary because politics is seen as a particular means of resolving conflict that is by compromise, conciliation, and negotiation, so rather than through the use of force and naked power. So instead of war, instead of using force or naked power, so we are going to resolve conflict or problem using negotiation or positive reconciliation. So describing a solution to a problem is considered political, guys, you know. So the solution implies what? Peaceful debate and arbitration as opposed to what is often called military solution. So, you know, this is anchored on the perspective that society is characterized by consensus and not by a reconcilable conflict or a reconcilable conflict. So, it's a consensus. It means there should be a collective decision, collective negotiation in order to resolve the conflict. And also, if this true, this means that issues and problems are being resolved. So thus, politics becomes the process of conflict resolution. Kuha natin. So, politics views as compromise and consensus because it is how we're focused on resolving conflict. Okay? Then, let's proceed to the fourth views, which is politics is considered or is viewed as power. So, you know, politics happen in all human interactions. So, it will happen within the family, among friends, among office mates, and etc. And you know, how can you say that they viewed politics as power? This fourth view sees politics as something that is present in all social activities, right? At every level of social interaction. So it can be found within our families, as I mentioned a while ago, and even amongst our small groups of friends, just as much as amongst nations on our international or global stage. You know what makes a specific social activity or behavior political? It's by the presence of power. That's why politics can therefore be seen as struggle over scarce resources, and power can be seen as the means through which struggle is conducted. No? Okay. So, you know, politic under this view is essence, the power or ability to achieve a desired end through any way possible. So politics is viewed as a struggle over limited resources or scarce resources, and power can be seen as the means through which this struggle is conducted. So, in politics, guys, power is usually thought of as a relationship that is as the ability to what? To influence the behavior of others. It is referred to in the terms of having power over people. So, anong tawag natin dun? If, for example, someone influence the behavior of others, so that terms will be having, that means that that's a power over other people, no? So that's why you are going to remember that politics may be defined or can be viewed in different ways as the art of government, public affairs, compromise and consensus, and power. So thank you so much for listening and watching my videos. I hope you got something, you have got something about politics and the different views about politics. I hope that I made sense for this afternoon session. Thank you so much. Once again, good afternoon.